Oh my god. Sauron is looking straight at us. We're going straight into Mordor.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
Hello and welcome back to Psyched Substance. In today's video, I'm going to do something that I've been considering doing for a long time. Essentially, I'm going to review some of my favorite psychedelic drug scenes from movies, and, you know, we're going to watch them together, and I'm going to react to them and give you my feedback. Now, due to YouTube copyright, I can only include up to, I think it's 10 or 11 seconds of each, clip before I have to cut. So I'll try to have something interesting to say every 10 seconds or so it's just not monotonous of me just cutting for the sake of cutting. Now, these are scenes that I've seen before, maybe only once, and it's been years since I've watched these. So, you know, due to all the drug use, my memory is basically kaput, meaning you guys are basically going to get to watch them again for the first time with me, because one of the benefits of having a bad memory is you can rewatch movies and it's like brand new each time. It's freaking awesome. Anyway, let's dive headfirst into this adventure. We are going to start off with a very well-known classic, which simulates a potential N,N-dimethyltryptamine, also known as DMT trip, called Enter the Void. And let's just skip right to the scene where he starts his departure into Neverland. Oh yeah, the good stuff, baby.
Why else would Brig this to me? Probably wants a blowjob. It's disgusting.
What's also disgusting is the fact that he's not weighing any of it. I mean, who knows how much he just sprinkled onto that, what appears to be a literal crack pipe. It's very important that you weigh out your doses so you don't, accidentally take too much, especially your first time. Like, what is this idiot doing?
Who do they think I am anyways?
I think you're an idiot.
I know I'm not a junkie.
Sounds like me. I get all these YouTube comments. You're a junkie. You're just a junkie. You just make these videos as an excuse to take drugs. Newsflash, guys. I don't need an excuse. If I want to take something, I just frickin' take it. Junkie. The atmosphere looks quite inviting. There's nothing dark, eerie, or freakishly bad trip-inducing at all present here. No, this looks great. It's the kind of setting that I live for.
Stuff doesn't taste good.
It does taste good if you enjoy the taste of a shoe store. I mean, if you enjoy something that tastes like a shoe store smells. Other people describe it as mothballs. Some people say it tastes like burning plastic.
These drugs taste like shit.
Does not taste like shit. Don't lie.
Wow. It's already kicking in.
So far, pretty accurate. I mean, I think it would have actually kicked in a little sooner. It kicks in like instantly.
Oh god. This is the best. What if I faint?
The hell is he talking about? You are supposed to faint, as in you lose consciousness, meaning I'm not quite sure, but I hope he is sitting down. Oh, he leans back. And it appears that he is witnessing the start of, what you could call the tunnel, or, people describe this as this red floral pattern that's kind of morphing in front of them, kind of kaleidoscopic. This has given me insect centipede vibes. So far, not really very realistic at all. It looks like there's a red thunderstorm going on above his head, almost as if the gates of hell are opening up. Yeah, it's not generally this eerie. I mean, it's insanely difficult to depict accurately what a DMT trip is going to really look like. But I would say for the majority of people, it's not gonna look this sinister. I mean, the initial psychedelic visuals usually resemble more symmetrical geometry. They don't really look like creepy bugs or thunderclouds. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. It's forever changing, geometric, morphing, 5-dimensional patterns. And the onset, what they're trying to show is that kind of like lotus flower that opens up, and it really does look like you're, looking straight into sacred geometry, not a thundercloud. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, if they're trying to scare the crap out of people from ever trying it, then this is a fantastic job. Oh my god. Sauron is looking straight at us. We're going straight into Mordor.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
What's also really throwing me off is the sound. You generally hear this very loud ringing, like a buzzing sound. It feels like you're listening to the frequency of consciousness. It's almost like you can hear the silence, and the sound just builds and builds and builds, and it's like this cascading sound that just gradually lifts louder and louder until it feels like you quite literally reach the point of lift off, and the sound becomes so all-encompassing that it breaks reality into bits, and you blast through the newly formed wormhole, and it's generally tied in with that. It's like a rocket ship that's preparing to take off, and it really does feel like this because you feel like you're strapped in and you're going 1,000 bazillion miles a minute, and you're like, and it's like it takes you through with such freaking force that it feels like it tears your skin right off your bones, and that largely has to do with that experience of feeling like you just died. Like it rips your consciousness straight out of this dimension. I don't want to say out of your body, because I don't think consciousness is tied inside our bodies like those old, images of like spirit being inside you. I think it's the opposite. I think we're tuning into consciousness. It's all around us. But anyway, that's for another video. So right now it's missing the ringing sound. They had such a good opportunity here, and it looks like we're entering a cell membrane, which is, this actually does happen sometimes. So I don't want to go too far off base and say that they're totally wrong. I've had experiences where it felt like I was breaking through like the wall of a cell, and this looks very veiny. So this is kind of accurate. It's looking a little more geometric now. I don't know what's up with the blurring, though. They keep doing this blurring effect. The blurring doesn't really happen. In fact, when you're seeing this stuff, you can generally see it with your eyes open or closed. Like, there's no blurring. It's like images going on, without needing the eyes to experience them. So, yeah, I don't get the blur. It appears we are now entering the snowflake realm. Yeah, man, the sound is just really getting to me. It sounds so scary. It looks like I'm watching a horror movie where this guy is going into some terrifying astral realm like Insidious. And what's this like TV sound in the background that sounds like people talking, like a muffled radio? I don't know. Now it almost looks like we're entering a supernova. These kind of look like neurons. I've experienced things kind of similar to that, but this is really not accurate whatsoever. Oh, looks like we're entering the throat of a bug. Oh no, this is really scary. This is like you're looking out your window, and when you can see the shadows of the trees kind of blowing in the wind in like a thunderstorm, and you're a kid and you can hear like the branches just scratching across your window going, that's what this reminds me of. Only if you looked out the window, you were entering maybe the upside down world from Stranger Things. This, yeah, I don't know what these black things are. That it's very colorful, the experience. You're not gonna see like that kind of thing. Oh, it's like bugs. Yeah, it looks like more bug shit. It looks like we've entered some kind of xenomorph alien world. Or like we just got ingested by an alien. Maybe one of the ones from Men in Black. No. Like the Independence Day aliens. The bugs are coming for you. And that's basically the entire experience. All in all, I would say that was terribly inaccurate. Some of the things they got right is you basically pass out. The crystals looked very accurate. A lot of people do smoke it out of crack pipes, which is not advised because that makes not only the taste extremely difficult to bear. What happens is, since there's not much room for the air to cool before it hits your lungs, it's very hot and it burns a lot. You want to avoid that method of smoking basically altogether. You want to do something that allows more air to come through so it's not as harsh on the throat and lungs. Besides just the basics, the actual visual part was really far off. I mean, they tried. I don't want to say that they didn't try. When I first watched this, I actually thought that it was pretty cool and it was a good rendition, but now that I take a second look at it and I kind of get put my critical eyes on, it's very far from what DMT visuals really look like. I mean, there's some similarities, I guess, just the fact that the background is black. You got these thin kind of spokes of visuals in the beginning that are making up the patterns, everything's outlined, but besides that, they made it look way too organic. DMT again looks like you're kind of staring at math. It's like sacred geometry, the mathematics that this entire universe is based off of, and you're basically seeing the construction schemes for how this place is built, versus that looked more like I was seeing inside of a bug's throat, a xenomorph from the movie Aliens. And yeah, overall, it was just very unrealistic, and I don't like how eerie it was. It made the whole thing feel like I was about to, I don't want to say die, I don't know. It made me feel like something horrible was about to happen, and that's probably why it looked like you were getting eaten by a bug, because that would be pretty horrible to be eaten by one of those terrifying alien bug things. Shit. Yeah, not a good recreation of what it's actually like to experience DMT. Now, initially in this video, I was going to cover multiple scenes from multiple movies, but it looks like that basically takes up this entire video, which is cool. That means that I can turn this into a series, considering I've got a huge list of movies to cover. So let me know below which movie you would like me to cover next, and basically, same kind of deal, break down the visuals, give my take on it. We can also cover scenes that aren't necessarily psychedelic related, more so where they show the effects of drugs, and I can tell you whether or not I think the effects they showed were accurate to the real deal. Now, I do want to point out that this is, of course, all very subjective to me. I can only speak from my own experiences, and hey, for all I know, maybe some people out there have had DMT experiences that resembled being eaten by an alien bug. And if you've had that experience and it looked so, organic, just as that did, I would love to hear about it. So in the comments below, let me know how wrong you think I am and how much that really did look like DMT to you. Because to me, it was nothing of the sort. In fact, I've never had a psychedelic that looked like that. Of course, in their defense, replicating DMT visuals is insanely difficult. There's some good videos online that do a pretty fair job of it, but none of it makes me go wow, they nailed it, that's it. I have yet to see anything of the sort, and that's probably because when you smoke DMT and you come back, it's really difficult to recall the experience with any real clarity, let alone recreate what you see. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what video you would like me to break down next.